All right. Hello, Gun Nation. How's everyone doing this evening? Hopefully, y'all are well. Let me know if you like this little screen thing. If you don't, that's cool. I can always switch back, but I was just playing around with some stuff. Let's see. Do a quick roll call. We got Mike High, Pistol Pete, Lynn Holt, Ranger 10, Screaming Skull Saloon, Dennis Buckner. Hope everyone is doing well. We will say hello to anyone else that jumps in. But yes, I think the Smith and Wesson equalizer is basically just an easy. They kind of grabbed a bunch of parts that they maybe had left over from other guns and just stuck stuff together. And it does take the Shield Plus mags, which if you already have the Shield Plus, that's a good thing. So mag compatibility is a good thing. They just need to call it a gun, yeah. Um, yeah, I can change these backgrounds. I've known that for a long time, but just playing around with stuff. So if y'all like it, you like it. If you don't, we can switch back. Hello, Dirt Track. How are you? We'll let everybody jump in, and then we will get into it. Hello, Alpha Omega Kydex. How are you? If y'all haven't checked out his holsters, let me grab it real quick. If y'all haven't checked out his holsters, he does make really nice holsters. Y'all have probably seen this. I'll have to show it like this. This thing's weird. This is the one for my staccato for the P. I'm going to switch this off real quick. I figured it would start doing this. Let me just go back to my normal background. There we go. This one is for the Staccato P, the XC with the Threat Cadre comps, or the XC, I'm sorry. And then my C2 with the Threat Cadre, it kind of fits everything with the X300. So this is his. I've been testing it, gosh, what has it been? Or been carrying it, not really testing it. Testing's done. But it's good to go. I really like the DCC clips, the discrete carry concept clips. It's got the little claw here, so I like that. But it does wear really well. Even wore it today. So really like it. But that's basically the follow-up on it. I think I've had it for, gosh, 4 or 5 months now, something like that, 3 or 4 months. It's good to go. So if you need anything, here Alpha Omega Kydex is on the chat right now, and you can go over to his website and check out some goodies. I really want to try one of his outside waistbands, to wear the 3 o'clock tied up against the body. See how that one rolls. And cheers, everyone. We've got a little noteworthy this evening. Like this background much better. Yeah, I was just playing around. I've got a bunch of them that I can choose from, but figured y'all are used to this one. It's that green screen, or that whatever they say, if you use those, you have to have a green screen, and I'm not doing all that. Oh boy, here we go. Got another little goofy. Pistol Pete says, I like the name CZ. S2 orange. Orange makes people happy. Yes, I love the color orange. Matter of fact, I don't know if y'all saw the new CZ that was released. It is the CZ TS2 orange, and that one does come with the bull barrel now. So it's not the standard barrel, it's the bull barrel. However, they're not optic ready. But they kind of haven't been in the past. But there are people who mill them, so you could check those out. Let's see here. Got a little, I don't know what this thing is. Little flying gnat. I don't know if y'all can see it. Little bitty sucker. But we do have some items to talk about, and of course I can't spell. You'll see the chat name. It says carry what you want, but it's W-A-T. What? Carry what you want? But it's what? Hello, Milkman. How are you? Brian Duchesne, CZ Shadow 2. Yep, got to represent the lock grips. Also, Barik Arms. It's a pretty cool shirt. It's got, you know, American flag and stuff on it. Um, I'm really liking their charging handles quite a bit. So, and I am going to be doing a giveaway. I'm just going to do the video and then we will do a giveaway on one of their charging handles. And it's a brand new one in a bag, not this one. But this is one that I have also. Hello, Reloading from the Hot Pot. How are you? But basically, where I was going this is carry what you want. I get this all the time. I'm sure y'all probably do, especially if you're a content creator. You get this all the time that people are saying, "Oh, why do you carry that? You should carry this," or "I carry this. Why don't you carry this?" Blah 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 blah. You know, y'all all know 31 flavors of ice cream. Everybody likes different things. Some people like the same things. I carry different stuff than other people. I'm not really a micro compact guy or a micro gun guy, but I get beat up all the time. Why don't you carry this, X macro, or why don't you carry this or that? I have always said, carry what you feel comfortable with, carry what you like, and don't let anybody sway you. Now, there are influencers out there that'll say, hey, this is a great gun and that's a great gun. Try it, see if you like it. If you like it, try it and run it. It's completely up to you. But don't let people change your mind. I mean, even if you have an older gun that you shoot really, really well, because like I've said, when you get into the polymer wonders, we all know this. You've got Glock types, CZ types, all kinds of different polymers, 320s, whatever it might be, M&Ps. I mean, I'm just going to kind of put it in a nutshell that I'm going to tell you something that you'll probably already know. But when you're buying Wonder 9s, they all shoot about the same. One compact is not extremely different from another compact on a polymer gun. And then the micros, you're going to have some different triggers and things like that, some unique things about those. But there's not a huge difference between all of those. So if you already have a great Wonder 9 and another great Wonder 9 comes out, I mean, I've tested it. I've shot all kinds of different things against my CZ P10C, P10F. Those work great for me. I see no reason in buying another polymer Wonder 9. Now, if it's an alloy frame or a metal frame or steel frame or something unique that you like, then get it, try it out. But buy whatever you want to buy. Let's see here. Hello, Russell Dennis. How are you? Yeah, and carry what you train with. That's true. I shoot Pistol Pete says I shoot the M&P 45 compact better than the 9. Yeah, I mean, if that's what you like, run it. There's nothing wrong with 45. I know everybody's on the 10 millimeter train, or a lot of people are. Nothing against it. I'm not knocking it. It's if you like that, use it. If you don't, that's fine too. Thank you, Casey Dolph. How are you? Yep, got to rep my lock grips. Really love those guys. They make great stuff. But yeah, I kind of look at it this way. If you want to be a trendsetter, be a trendsetter. If you want to be a follower, be a follower. Whatever you choose to do, just rock what you want to rock and call it a day. Let's see here. Also, I have got a box here. I figured we did a box opening last week. We'll do a box opening again this week if y'all want. Keep it short and sweet. That is from Precision Armament. So if y'all have any clue who they are, really like their products. I've used them in the past, and sent me some goodies to check out. So we will get to that here in a second. Also, I did go to Texas Gun Experience, had their 3-year anniversary sale, kind of Black Friday or introduction to Black Friday, and also their y'all probably, if you follow me on the community chats, you probably saw it. I was posting up a bunch of stuff. They had vendors there. They had Shadow Systems, Century Arms. They had Dead Air. Gosh, who else did they have? There was like about 7 or 8 vendors there. Trying to think. Zev. Sorry if I'm missing anybody. But I just went up there to say hi to everybody and, kind of stand around and stuff like that. I met a lot of subscribers that are subscribed to my channel that I've never met before. Met actually 6 that came up and said, "Hey, Big Johnson." We talked for a while. I'll give a couple of shout outs. The Gunfighter 45 ACP and his wife were there. Super nice couple. Met them. We talked about all kinds of 1911s, 2011s, things like that, what she carries. And that's what I was asking a lot of the people. What do they prefer to carry? Why? What got them into guns? Kind of interviewing them. I didn't want to put them on camera because that's their personal business. But very, very nice to meet them. I met a gentleman named Greg. I don't know if he wants me to say his last name, so I won't. Met another couple, Lloyd and Janice. And they said hi. I wanted to give them shout outs in case they're watching. That was really nice. They just came up and said, "Hey, love your channel." Blah blah blah, and it was a lot of good fun. So let's see here. Hello, Gregory. How are you? Yeah, I mean, I still love 45 ACP. I know a lot of people give it crap, but I still love it. Let's see here. Anyone ever have a trigger bar spring break in half? First for me, spring steel doesn't usually break, like never. I have not. Which gun was it? Just out of curiosity, Brian. I have not had one break, so not saying nothing's impossible, but let's see here. I get crap all the time for my off duty, being a Glock 43 X MOS. I don't give two craps. Remember, we're all on the same side. Well, hopefully, I agree. A lot of people like smaller guns, big guns, medium guns, whatever you like, polymer, alloy, steel, whatever it is. Carry what you like. I will never give anybody grief about a particular gun. If you want to carry a high point, and that's what you can afford, and that's what you rock it. As long as you're carrying, it's all good. Hello, Chris. How are you doing, sir? Chris from the 740 will be having his chat after mine. So if you want to go over and check them out. Again, cheers, everyone. But it was a really good turnout. They had some awesome sales. I think they're still going on for Black Friday. They have Vortex scopes on sale. I mean, a ton of them. Red dots. Streamlight stuff they have on sale. I mean, mags, Lancer mags, Magpul mags, a bunch of Magpul parts. They've got some pretty good sales. So if anybody wants to go check it out, run by and check out Texas Gun Experience. Hello, LW Road. How are you? There's the 10 millimeter king. LW Road is the 10 millimeter king. All he talks about is 10 millimeter. I'm just joking. He talks about everything. I like to give him grief and I always ask him, what's a 10 millimeter? And what's funny is I have a lot of people go, "You don't know what a 10 millimeter is? I can't believe you've never shot a 10 millimeter. It's awesome." They don't know that I'm old. And, and what's funny is a lot of people think, or well, not a lot of people, but some people think that 10 millimeter just came out like 2 years ago. They don't realize it's been out since like 1986. And like we've talked about before, 45 ACP, 10 millimeter, they all have their ups and downs. 10 millimeter is just on a rise right now, which is good. It gives other people options, and whatever they like to carry it. Yeah, I saw that you said Ballistic Advantage. There are a lot of people that are having sales. I've been getting tons and tons of emails, from Primary Arms, and everybody's having sales. Ranger 10 is saying, had a lady come in the shop on Monday from New York. She was buying ammo, paid in cash because she was worried about the charge being from a gun shop. Crazy. Yeah, I mean, there are people that are, concerned with that. And even prior to that thing happening, I remember I would buy stuff online, and it would be like ammo, triggers, whatever it is. And one of my credit cards was always having problems. So, and I was like, I've got a huge limit on it. I don't know what the hell I paid off all the time. I don't know what the hell's going on. So I called them and I'm like, hey, I tried to buy this and this. And they're like, well, we do have selective purchases sometimes. We think it's scam and fraud and all this other stuff. Anyway, I canceled that card like a long time ago when they started pulling that crap on me. Yep, Tanfo makes great guns. I've got the stock 2. I love them, and they do make a lot of 10 millimeters. Yeah, I've got several ballistic advantage barrels. I've even talked about them on the chats. Yeah, and they're not the only one that does the MOA guarantee. There's other companies that do that, but ballistic advantage makes really good stuff. On the, I don't know if y'all saw the video. I just kind of threw it out there, but I did finish that rifle. I've got a couple of other things here for it or something for it, but I did finish that Coyote gun. Needed an 18-inch 5.56. I have a 16, but I don't have an 18, which it's only 2 inches, but a little more velocity, a little more distance. A Coyote gun. I have been asked, well, a few times, but it's getting asked more. I have a buddy that lives on the outskirts of between Oklahoma and Texas, and he's had a lot of ranchers ask him for us to come out and clean out coyotes. And a lot of cattle ranchers don't realize they kind of need donkeys. I don't know if y'all know this. I think I've talked about it before. We used to raise cattle when I was younger, or my grandparents did, and donkeys will actually kill coyotes. So anytime you're having cattle, you definitely should have donkeys. And I asked Brian, I said, hey, does the guy have donkeys? And he's like, no. And I'm like, he's a cattle rancher and doesn't have donkeys? But anyway, we've been asked, they've been having some calves, some goats, um, chickens. What else was it? Chickens and, God, what are those other things? Peacocks. This guy has a bunch of peacocks, supposedly. And the coyotes have been getting into all these peacocks and goats and all this, and even killed a couple of calves. So anyway, hopefully I'll be going up there soon to do some coyote hunting. But and if y'all want to see me open this live, we can do that. It's whatever y'all want to do. If you don't, that's cool too. Some people are always curious. Let's see here. Yeah, and I guess we officially took the house. They announced it just a little while ago. So I thought that was really good. Wish we would have gotten both, but Rich, how are you? Rich says open it. I'll open it real quick if y'all want to do that. Let me get the little blade out here. I was holding it for a couple of days so we could open it up. See what we got here. It looks like a bunch of stickers. Y'all know I'm not the biggest sticker guy, but they are nice ones. Precision Armament. There's like 6 of them in here. When I do a giveaway, I might throw some of these in there if y'all want some stickers. Let's see what this is. I'll just get everything out of here real quick and then I'll show you everything. Golly. Okay. That looks like that's it. All right. Got some more stickers. These are actually kind of cool. I don't know how well y'all can see those. Whole stack of them. Precision Armament. If y'all don't know this, Precision Armament is out of New York. They actually build like competition brakes, things like that. I've used them on my 308s. And I'll tell you in a minute why I use some of these, but I've used them on my 308s. When I had a 7.62 by 39, I used some of theirs, but they make really good stuff. And then I got some really cool patches. I love patches. So it looks like I've got some OD green ones. I'm sorry, some black ones and some kind of OD green ones, severe duty muzzle brakes. So we've got those. You rip these off here. And I have, I don't know if y'all have seen these. These are their hyper taps. So don't know how well you can see it, but they're hyper tap. These are like some of their competition go fast brakes. Don't want to tear the tags off. Let me just cut this tape real quick. They make really good stuff. I've got one of these on my Lancer 308. And here's the reason I run these. As y'all know, I have suppressors. I love suppressors. However, when you travel out, or when I travel out of Texas, guess who I would have to call? I'm not calling anybody. So when I travel out of state to do some of these things, I'm not going to call anybody and say, hey, I'm taking this or that over state lines, because that's none of their damn business. So when I go out of state, I tend to use a lot of these brakes versus suppressors or comps, whatever you want to call these. If y'all haven't seen these are some of their best ones out there. They're flat as hell. Yes, they can be loud. I'll show you one of them. This is their PVD coated. The neat thing about these is if you look at the top, you're like, those are holes. Those are not holes. You can actually drill those out if you want to. You can tune these. You can drill like the first two. You can drill the left one if it pulls left, pulls right. If it goes up or down, you can drill it however you want. But the sides are awesome. The neat thing about this is there's no shims that are needed. You just basically unscrew this, or you screw it all the way on. It's a jam nut. So you screw it all the way on, and then you lock this down while you're keeping this straight, and it just locks it down. So these are super, super nice. They are not inexpensive, but they are legit. This one's going on my PCC, and this one is going on my new 5.56 Coyote gun, because I will be taking it to Oklahoma and things like that, like we just talked about. It does have a really nice front on it. The way you put these on there are two wrenches. One, you basically lock this down, and the other one goes on the front here, and you can time it. But there are no shims or anything that are needed. And it does come with all the wrenches, the instructions. Oh boy. Sorry about that. Wow. Trying to block somebody, hang on. Wow, what in the world? Somebody has multiple accounts. It's trying to catch up with them. Sorry about this. And it does come with the wrenches. So it comes with everything you need. Yeah, speaking of wrenches, we will get those out after this chat. Okay, this person apparently has like multiple accounts, which is sad. But anyway, so we got that. They did send out a t-shirt too. So like I said, I might be including a lot of this, some of this stuff in giveaways if anybody wants it. So, but once I get those on, we'll run them, test them, let y'all know what I think about them. I've ran some of their other comps. I just haven't ran the hyper taps. Gosh, I hate this crap. Sorry about this, guys. Yeah, and the bad thing is you can't pass out wrenches. Yeah, can't pass out wrenches while we're on this. Yeah, I have checked before, and they do say that you have to, Brian, unless something's changed very quickly. But I have done that before. I have checked, and they said yes, you do have to let them know, even if it's a another friendly state that my LTC works in. You do have to check. I don't have a C8. That's not mine. It's a buddy of mine's. But yes, he still has it. Yeah, donkeys are no joke. I've actually been kicked by a donkey before when I was younger. They hurt a bit. Also, I did want to ask, are there any guns that anybody is excited about? You know, that y'all are really wanting? The brakes are actually made by Precision Armament. Golly, how many? This account, this person must have like multiple accounts because I'm blocking them and they're still coming. Oh my gosh. Damn, sorry about that. Yep, you used to be able to do that, Gun Snob. You can't do it anymore. I'm going to check here and see real quick. Let's see if it's going to do it. I don't think it is. No, it's not. Wow. Okay. Well, that's the man. This person is desperate. C8, the CS, the staccato. Did speak with the threat cadre today, and he's done some other stuff to the CS. So I'm gonna, if y'all want to check it out, he probably will post it over on his channel. All right. Let's see here if there was anything else. Yeah, what's really funny is Precision Armament is actually out of New York, like I was saying before, but they make really good stuff. They do make a lot of stuff for law enforcement and stuff like that. But they have some really cool products. So if you want to check them out, check them out. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, it's oh boy. Brian said, I just checked yesterday with the ATF and they said you need a travel permit. Some states require you call their state police that you're bringing an NFA item into their state. Yeah, it's it's crazy that you actually have to do that, or some states you do. I would just rather not even mess with that personally. Whenever I'm in Texas, it's not a problem. Let's see here on this comment. Pistol Pete says, I saw Honest Outlaws, top list of guns. He had the P07 number one, pretty cool. P07's a great gun. Really good gun. What's really funny is out of the P07 and the P09, and I've said this on chats before and even in videos, it's weird, but I actually prefer the P07 more than I do the P09. Let's see here. Ooh. I just block Fetterman when he pops up. Let's see what Brian's saying. What is everyone going to do with their pistol braced guns next month when it becomes a felony to have them? What have we been doing with them? I think that tells you my answer. P07 with the TLR7. 7A is a bedside gun. Yeah. Hello, IBG. How are you? Also, the second that they actually officially put that into law, there's going to be so many lawsuits filed. Just wait. Because I know that some people, we just use them as a pistol brace, which has always been legal. But there are people out there that use them as a handicap device, which are, they really need them. So it is what it is. Yeah, and I agree with this too. That's like when people, and we've talked about this before, when people do like, check out my, safe videos and all this other stuff. That's one thing I'll never do. People don't need to know everything that you have and that you use and all of that other stuff. It's nobody's business. Don't show everything. Yeah, that's the thing. Hello, David. How are you? That's the thing. They're not worried about criminals. They're worried about regular law-abiding citizens. That's what's so sad. Waiting for them. Yep. Speaking of that, let's do a gun check. I want to know what everybody's carrying or has been carrying. So let it loose. Your concealed carry. If you don't carry, what do you use for your home defense? I'm just curious. We will get into it. We haven't asked that in a while. .45-70 versus Smith & Wesson in a lever rifle. Man, .45-70, I really do like .45-70. I think that's a lot. Nothing wrong with Smith & Wesson, but I would prefer .45-70, honestly. All right, we got X10. We've got CZ75 P01, 365 XL with the 365 slide. P10F 45 ACP, now that the weather's cold. XDS Mod 2, P07, and SP01 tactical for the bedside. M&P Shield 9. open carry state, and I carry the Springfield XDM 10 millimeter. The P, Richard, I guess, is that the Staccato P? Charter Arms Bulldog, Cosmic Squirrel. Uh, yeah, I really like the P10F. It's a great gun. I haven't shot the P10F in 45. A lot of people have asked me, and I haven't shot one. So LW Road is rotating many of them, and I do like to rotate them also. SIG AXG Pro for reloading from the hot pot. Oh, yeah, I need to. I do want to get, like I said, an outside waistband holster. Uh, against the body, of course, at 3 o'clock for the P with the X300. So I'll be checking into that soon. Staccato P. P10F 45 is fantastic. Again, I haven't shot one. I played with them, but I haven't shot one. I'd mod a Glock 20 holster for the P10F 45. Yeah, and I've went through a bunch of my holsters just to see if any of them are close, and they're not for some of those. Let's see here. David is saying, debating on getting a 308 AR-10 and really torn between a Stag Arm or a Diamondback. Is it just that price point that you're trying to stay at, or are you against, maybe saving up a little bit longer and getting a different one, or are you really torn between those guns? I'm not saying anything is wrong with either one of those guns. It's just if you're going to shoot it a lot and really really get down on it, you might want to save a little bit and maybe get something different. I've seen some Stag Arms in the past that have had some issues. I've seen some Diamondbacks that have had some issues. Not saying the one you get or all of them have issues. I've just seen some of them that do. But it's whatever you would like to do. I've got several AR-10s. I really enjoy AR-10s. And the good thing about an AR-10 is if you want to, you can actually change out the barrel, and you could put a 6.5 barrel on it and use it like that if you would like to do that. Some of those companies offer barrel switches. Love the hat, Big J. Hello, Lakeview Outdoors. Appreciate it. Yep. Got a Rep Lock grips. Good people. Love their products. And I'm rocking the Bear Creek shirt. Really like those too. Or I'm sorry, Brick Arms, not Bear Creek. I was reading something else. Let's see here. Most going to use it for hunting. Yeah, 308 is no joke, especially within 300 yards. When you're between a 6.5 and a 308, 300 to 400 yards, I prefer the 308 for the power. However, 6.5 is flatter and it goes farther you don't have to adjust, so much drop, so to say, like you do on a 308. I just really love 308. I've been a big 308 fan forever. But it's whichever you would like to do. And also, I'm heavily invested in 308. I've got a lot of 308 ammo, a lot of 308 guns. Of course, the mags are the same. Take care, Screaming Skulls. I appreciate it, man. Hello, Two Wheelin' Nut. How are you, man? Yeah, it has been a while. Hope you're all well, but yeah, I'm all good. Trucking along. Most shots are around 70 yards. Yeah, no issue with 308 at all. But, and 308, I mean, hell, when you get into the bigger calibers, 308 has been taking down big game for a long time. So, and depending on your trigger and things like that, you can definitely get follow up shots with 308. A lot of people say that it's very concussive and that it bucks a lot and things like that, but I don't have any issue with it as long as you're used to it. And a lot of them you can see clamp pretty well. I haven't seen it in the store yet, the equalizer, but it doesn't do anything for me personally. I think the price point is really good, and somebody that's looking for a gun like that, like I said, I think it's $4.99 or something like that, probably cheaper once it comes out into the stores a lot. But yeah, considering some of the micro guns are $800, $900. What other AR-10 would you recommend? Gosh, there's so many out there. I love Lancer. They're very, very expensive, but I love their products and their quality. SIG has one out. I've played with it. I haven't shot it, but I've played with it. That probably might be a really nice one. I have shot a lot of the Smith & Wesson AR-10s. They've got a lifetime warranty on them. No issues with those that I've ever experienced. POF is a great quality firearm. They seem to do really well. I've got two of them. If you remember, I was one of the first ones that had the Rogue, or I still have the Rogue, but it's the 12.5 308. I did have a bolt. The gas block on the BCG came loose. It stripped the bolt out of it, so I was getting a lot of blow by. But they did warranty and send me a whole brand new one. Since then, I've had no issues. Gosh, there's just so many of them that are out there. Ruger has their new one out, their new light. It's so new, I don't have any personal experience with it. I've only seen it, on videos. It might be a solid option. Just something that has a really good lifetime warranty, like Ruger, Smith & Wesson, something like that, in that maybe a budget type line. Stag has had problems, I've heard, when people try to return things to get repaired. There's delays, it doesn't work correctly, things like that. And Diamondback, like I said, has been very hit and miss with some of their pistols, especially. I haven't spent any personal time with their rifles. I did shoot a AR-15 Stag, and it seemed to work okay. It was very gritty, very gritty. But Daniel DeFinch, yeah, they're nice. Man, DC, this is a tough question. Scorpion or MP5 clone? I've shot MP5s. I've owned Scorpions. Scorpion for the price is a very good price. However, I will say this. I do prefer roller delayed over just direct blowback. And on the CZ Scorpion, nothing's wrong with it. It's a fantastic rifle. I have never had a problem with any of mine, and I've had two of them. But the block inside of it, where it comes back and just kind of kakunk, kakunk, kakunk. Not saying it's not a harsh recoil. I'm not recoil sensitive, but compared to a lot of AR PCC types, I actually prefer the AR PCC types over the Scorpion and the MP5, because the MP5 is so damn short. My arms are so long, they're just not comfortable to shoot a lot of ammo through for me. Most people wouldn't have any issue with it. But and the MP5 has been around forever. It's a great pistol, or a great PDW type, but I wouldn't buy an MP5 personally, or an MP5 clone. I do prefer the PCC AR-15 types that take Glock mags. It's just my opinion. Ooh, gosh, Chris, a Vector over an MP5? MP5 all day. I've shot the Vector. I'm not impressed with it at all. Matter of fact, a couple of them that I've shot, they don't shoot worth a shit. I had a lot of mag feeding issues, jams. I've shot the 45 version. I've shot the 9mm version. I've even shot the 10mm version. I'm not saying all of them were bad, but I'm just not impressed with them at all. And I mean, a lot of people really like them. I'm just not one of them. It's kind of weird. That little grip and the way it's kind of configured just doesn't work good for my hands. Yeah, and they are kind of chunky and heavy. I agree with the gun snob. But it's really what works for you and what you like. Yeah, take an MP5 clone for a Scorpion price. Yeah, and like I said, the Scorpions run very, very well. I mean, I've never, ever, ever had a problem with my Scorpions. The new one, the Scorpion 3 or whatever, I think they made a mistake with that, with switching out the mags. Because people that had the other Scorpions, now those mags aren't compatible. I think that wasn't very good, honestly. uh, Mook says, I carry the CZ Shadow 2 with the Holosun 507C TLR HL all day. Cool, man. I say, like I said, rock what the hell you want to carry. Nothing wrong with that. See what Rich is saying. Picked up a Staccato P. Was told to expect the front of the barrel to get marked up due to the tight tolerances of the slide barrel, frame, etc. of the firearm. We'll see how it does. Yeah, well, basically what it is it's called a smile on a barrel, and I can't show anything on here, but when you pull back the slide, on the barrel itself, you'll get what's called a smile. That's what all the gun guys call it. It's a smile. It'll be on the top of the barrel, kind of about that far back from the end, and it'll kind of, have a little smile. That's where the barrel's seating, or where it comes up into the frame. That's normal. I have tons and tons of smiles on mine. I've got a lot of barrel wear on a lot of mine because I shoot them a lot. If you shoot them, you're going to get smiles. Doesn't mean it's bad. That's just the way they run. And yes, on your Scotto P, I would keep it lubed, not wet, so it's slinging it off on you. But I would definitely keep it well lubed, and they'll run. I mean, matter of fact, they'll even run dirty as long as they're lubed. So that's all you got to do. Hello, Abigail. How are you? Are 9mm AR reliable? Yes. I've got a shitload of rounds on mine. Super reliable. Never had an issue. It runs on Glock mags. The big sticks, whatever you want to run in it. The shorter ones, if you want. They run very reliable. Never had a problem with any of mine. Yeah, I mean, 2011s and 1911s, if you keep them lubed, they'll run. They'll even run dirty, but they just have to be lubed. Every pistol I have has barrel smiles. I don't care if it's the Polymer Wonders, the 1911s, 2011s, they all have smiles. Now, a lot of them are PVD coated, which can help make the smiles not so noticeable. But man, that's character. That means you shoot your damn guns. So don't be afraid of a smile. Don't be afraid of a scratch. Don't be afraid of that. It's, if you want a gun, like a Safe Queen, don't shoot it. Don't do anything to it. Just put it in the safe. I mean, I've got expensive guns. I've got rare guns that I shoot. I shoot all my shit. Yeah, I mean, if you look at my custom Cerakote jobs, they're chipped, holster wear. When you put them in holsters and you dry fire and you yank that thing out of there, you're going to get muzzle wear. That's just what happens. Don't be afraid to run them. Yeah, nothing. Yeah, you're exactly right. Nothing wrong with good, honest wear. I call it characteristics or patina, or, I mean, when you see a gun that's just completely pristine and, the mags, like, your little mag funnel is all non-scratched up and stuff, you can just tell people don't shoot their guns. I've seen some people at the range, and I'm not saying anything derogatory, but People will be at the range and they'll just shoot them, and then they might put them in a bag or clean them all up, and then also I tend to run guns dirty. After every range session, I do not come home and clean guns. I just don't. I will oil them. I'll pull them back. I'll oil them on the barrel, the hood, flip it over, put it in the back of the slide, lock it down, rack it about 3 or 4 times, and hell, I've ran guns 1,000 rounds before I've even cleaned them. Now, 2011s, 1911s can be a little more finicky sometimes if you run them really, really dirty. But, you just kind of need to know your guns. ARs, I don't clean them all the time. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll just come home and I'll drop a snake through the barrel and I'll pull it through 3 times. That's my little ritual, 3 times, just to clear, get some carbon out of it, the barrel and or lead. And I'll hold the bolt and I'm ready to go again. Matter of fact, the Coyote gun, it's got only 3 mags through it, so that's what, 60 rounds. Hasn't been cleaned, hadn't been oiled, and it's back in the safe. So yeah, and I mean, David's saying it just like I said it. If you want the gun to look pretty, you probably shouldn't shoot it. It is a tool. It's supposed to look well used. How else would you tell how reliable it is? That's true. And I mean, that's just like my tools, my ratchets, all my snap-on crap. They're used. I mean, I'm not, I bought them new, but I mean, I use the shit out of my tools. So hammers show wear. It's because they're hammers. I'm not saying a gun is a hammer, but use those damn things. I mean, I've even had people look at my guns and go, "Oh my gosh, look at that scratch," or "Oh my gosh, some of your coatings, peeled at the muzzle or whatever," and I'm like, "That's because I use them." Let's see here. Any advantages for an A or for a 9mm AR with folding stock versus a Scorpion with a folding stock? I'm looking for a badass weapon to carry in my backpack. Uh, Out of the two on the Scorpion, I will say this. If you have a Scorpion or getting a Scorpion, and I had to do this, I had to modify my safeties because the stock ones suck. So I put the Apex safeties on it. I hate the Scorpion grip at that crazy angle. So I changed it out for the Apex grip. There's a lot of changes. The trigger sucks. I'm just being honest with you. So I did change the trigger out on my Scorpions. But here's where it's different. On an AR-9 PCC, you have the exact same controls, you have the exact same grip, you can put the exact same triggers that you do in all your AR-15s. So the transfer of training is way easier and way better. It's the exact same platform. Everything is the same. Your mag releases, all of that stuff. So if you're training for a platform, it's just like a M&P 1522. You can get a 1522 and it's 22 ammo, and you can train just like you do on your AR-15s or your AR-9 PCCs, because it's the AR platform. It's not a Scorpion or another PDW. It's very familiar, and it helps with your mechanical training or your platform training, however you want to look at it. So I'm a big proponent of that. I've tried the B&Ts. I've tried, the Scorpions, and I keep going back to the AR-9 platforms. So even the Ruger AR-9 is different. It's not exactly the same as a normal AR-15. And you can put folding stocks, you can do all that stuff. So it's really what you prefer. I mean, I can give you opinions, but I will never push you on something. It ultimately comes down to what you like and what you want to use. That's my opinions. But every Scorpion I've always changed out the triggers. They suck. They're heavy as hell. They're just not great. Had very good experience with the CMMG 22 conversion kit. I didn't. The mags suck on my particular one. I know that you can get bad this and bad that. And you have to sometimes have a little spacer between your buffer tube for it to work correctly, which I did not have. I have a buddy of mine that's going to send me one of his to try it. But the mags load like dog shit. I mean, I like the idea of it. It's really cool. Mine was fairly accurate when it ran, but some of the mags are just dog shit. I mean, loading them sucks. I mean, I'm smashing bullets on the top, and I can see dents in the cases where I'm having to smash them in. The M&P 15, you just pull it down and drop them in there. I really love my M&P 1522. However, it's a dedicated 1522. I get it. You know, where the other one allows you to shoot 22 in an AR-15 barrel, etc. But I haven't had good luck with mine yet. And I even oiled it, cleaned it, did all that shit beforehand. But I had a lot of jams, and I even ran better ammo, still had issues with it. So it could be my particular one, and it could have been the AR-15 that I was using it to test with. So maybe that was the issue. I haven't tried it in another AR-15, but I will. But we are coming up on 8 o'clock, so I don't want to cut into Chris's chat. But if y'all have any questions, comments, also, what's y'all's favorite shotgun? I know we've talked about this before, but I do want to do have a question. What's your favorite shotgun, and do you use a shotgun for home defense, or do you even own a shotgun? Yeah, I didn't know about this Scorpion triggers. Come on, CZ. Yeah, they make them that way supposedly. This is what I've heard from CZ. They make them that way so they will set everything off, all hard primers, all this other shit. However, I've got AR triggers that'll set off hard primers because they work on 7.62 by 39, which are all hard primers. Most of them are. Abigail says loves her Mossberg 500. Sean says Mossberg 590 A1. My current home defense setup. Richard doesn't own a shotgun yet. That's cool. Only shot in my pop's Remington. Mike High says Big J, the one you don't like because of the safety, the 570. Or you probably mean 870. But yeah, I got you, Mike High. I knew what you're talking about. Yeah, no, I'm a big 590 A1 or a 500 series Mossberg fan, and it is because of the top safety. Those little push safeties, like on the 870s and stuff, they do not work well with my fingers. But I'm a huge Mossberg fan. 590 A1 is bulletproof. I have a shitload of rounds through mine. It runs really well. Also, have y'all? I've done shotgun videos in the past, but would y'all want to see some shotgun videos of me running shotguns? Some people are like, it's boring. Some people are like, oh yeah, we'd love to see it. But let me know if you would like to see me run some shotguns, because I've been like, man, I've been really antsy to shoot some shotguns. I was like, I need to break my shotguns out the other day, and I was going to take them, but I didn't. Maverick 88, that thing's, man, I had one. I've told the story. I ended up selling it to my uncle, but I never ever cleaned that the Mossberg, and never ever cleaned it. That thing was dirty as shit, and I never could kill it. I tried to kill it. I couldn't kill it. It ran and ran and ran. Yes to shotgun, man. Everybody's like, yes. David's saying yes. Two Willing Nuts, yes. LW Road, yes. Rich Bonham, yes. Yeah. Shotguns are just fun. Some people don't like them because they're loud and they kick and all that other stuff, but man, I love me some shotguns. What is the longest barrel you have on a shotgun in your inventory? Mike, you've been following me forever. I have a punt gun. They're very, very rare. People probably don't know about it, but they're called punt guns, P-U-N-T guns. I'm 6'3", and that thing stands about that far above my head. It's a beast. It is a freaking beast. They don't make them. They're very rare. It's an antique. I think it's almost from the floor to the top. or the buttstock to the top, I think it's about 7.5 feet tall, 7.5 feet long. It's pretty damn long. On my two, God, what models are there? Mossberg's, crap. They have Nordic +9 tubes on them. They are 55 inches long. I have two exact same ones. They have vented barrels, the Nordic +9s on them. But from the top of the extension's longer than the barrel. But from the top of the extension to the floor, they're 55 inches long. But not the punt. Yeah, that's the biggest one I have. Yeah, the punt gun was my grandfather's. And like I said, it is a freaking beast. And it is not fun to shoot. I have shot it. It is not fun. You pretty much have to tie the damn thing to a tree. Yeah, what they used to do with these punt guns, it's pretty crazy, but if you were in a John boat fishing, you could actually hold the punt gun and brace it to the boat and shoot it, and it would move the boat. They're like, what was it, a 14-foot John boat or some shit? Or 14 feet, 15 feet, something like that. Who makes the best AR-9 pistol? If you want something DC that would probably, it's like they've got the DC Dolo where you can take it apart, put it together really quickly. Check out American Resistance. American Resistance. He actually built my PCC for me. But check him out. He's got the Dolos where you can actually put them all in a backpack. He makes them in 300 blackout, 9mm, 5.56. They're tiny, but they are pretty damn cool. So American Resistance makes good stuff. There's a bunch of people out there who make really good ones. I would just stay with the Glock Mag version. You can get them. Gosh, what's that other company? Hang on. Damn it. Crap. The guy's name's Mike, who owns the company. If I see it on, somebody will probably yell it out. Hello, Clyde. How are you? Damn it. What is the name of that company? There's some good ones. I would just make sure it takes Glock mags. I'm sorry. I'm drawing a blank right now. I'll probably think of it after we stop the chat. Don is asking, what do you think will happen with the AR pistol laws coming in 3 weeks? Do what you want. I'm going to do what I want. Sometimes we are outlaws. I'll just leave it at that. All right. Well, it is 8:02. We will shut this down. I appreciate y'all so much for being on. Really means a lot. But I will get these hypertechs put on, and we will do some shooting with them. Here's the thing. They're comp brakes. They're going to be loud. However, like I said, I can travel to different states with them. You really can't shoot suppressors like in PCC or any of that kind of stuff because people kind of frown on that. But, you can in some, but not all. But I just really want to keep it extra, extra flat. Not that they have a lot of recoil, but the flatter the better. If your dot doesn't move, that's even better. Or your scope doesn't move, that's even better for follow-up shots, things like that. So we're going to play with these. I appreciate Precision Armament for sending these bad boys out. They make good quality stuff. So if you're interested, please check them out. Also, check out Break Arms. They make badass charging handles and other products. And of course, Lock Grips. They do great stuff. I've got codes with Break Arms and Lock Grips if you want to use them. It's BJGG10 for both. That will save you 10% off your whole entire order with pistol stands, grips, whatever from Lock Grips, Break Arms, anything you want to buy on their site. Don't have any codes with Precision Armament. And then also we did talk about Alpha Omega holsters. I really do like their holsters. They work very well with the staccatos and the X300s or other lights they make it. But Yes, I actually run brakes and comps on 22s also, and they do work. So you can tell a difference. I mean, when you're running a 22 super, super fast, you can actually tell a difference. Yes, Bren actually makes a really, really good. I love Brens. So yes, they're great. So nothing wrong with Brens. David Wilcock, been watching Big Johnson Guns and Gear before I started the channel. Honest solid guy. Hey, I appreciate that, LW Road. And LW Road has a great channel too. Need that hat? Yeah, they actually sell them on the Lock Grips website. You could order one if you want one. Hell, I'm going to be doing a Lock Grip giveaway also. So maybe I can talk to Lock Grips and see if they'll throw some hats in and stuff like that, and we'll make it a big giveaway. So we can get some more stuff in there for y'all. I haven't done giveaways in a long time. I'm coming up on 20,000 subscribers. I figured, what the hell? I'll do something for all y'all because I appreciate the support so much, and we'll do a nice little giveaway on some items. What the heck? But I appreciate y'all so much. Have a great night. If you have any questions or comments after the chat, please leave them because these comments will not be there. YouTube pulls them and they go away. So go on there, or if you have any questions for the next chat, please leave them and I will jot them down. And again, I appreciate the subscribers that came out to the Texas Gun Experience 3-year anniversary and said hello. That was a lot of fun talking to y'all. And if y'all are on, I appreciate y'all so much. But y'all have a great night. Be safe out there. And remember, an unarmed nation is a very weak nation, so we all have to carry on. Take care, everyone. Have a great night.